Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Jen Wren from What Jen Wren Scraps. I'm here today with a Cara Brandon Creations collaboration, and that collaboration is hashtag LGO 2022. I'll have that linked down below and it'll be in my description box. I will also have linked down below Cara Brandon's introduction video for this collaboration. So it is called the Let's Get Organized collaboration. There is, I think, over 20 people involved in this collaboration that she organized. So thank you, Cara Brandon, for organizing this for us all and making us all not feel alone in our messes. Because I don't know about you guys, but it's so nice to see that we're not alone, right? I mean, you don't want to see that if anybody's struggling, you don't like to see struggling, right? But I mean, we like to see how they manage that and where their successes are. And sometimes their successes are our failures and their failures are our successes. And if we can combine these ideas, we can go for all successes, right? Yay! I am definitely drowning in mess and like anybody else. And I would show you my craft room, but I unfortunately have to use what is this thing called? Webcam to record, and it is hooked up directly to my my tower down below, and it would not make for good footage, unfortunately. I've tried to use my iPhone previously. That was the first thing I was using to record videos, but I couldn't get them off my iPhone. Now, if you guys have tricks to how that works, then leave them down below. I'd love to hear. I have had nothing but heartache trying to get videos off of my iPhone. So I figured, let's go with me just doing a video with a webcam, and then it's automatically on my computer so that I can upload. But that makes it to where I cannot show you around in any way because I can't get them off. Anyways, long story short, I'm sorry I can't bring you a room tour, but I can show you how I do organize certain things and some of my successes, and maybe they might help you in figuring out some places where you're short in. And I'm sure you have ways to help other people with your successes. So if you have awesome ideas on how to organize anything, go ahead and put a comment down below, and I'd love to hear how you guys have found wonderful ways to organize your crafty supplies, especially junk journaling supplies, because I am a bit newer to the junk journaling community. It's been a couple years now, but I've been trying to force the junk journaling stash into a craft room that's been organized based off of me being a scrapbooker. So I can definitely use a lot of my supplies from scrapbooking into junk journaling and junk journaling into scrapbooking, but there is a whole lot more that comes in when you are doing junk journaling, because you're collecting different things. Like, I probably wouldn't use this big beautiful lace on a scrapbooking layout. I mean, you could, but I wouldn't normally. That's not my style. So I'm collecting things that I normally wouldn't have collected previously, and I'm having to find ways to organize those things. So like I said, if you have ideas, please put them below. I'd love to hear it. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I've spoken long enough. Don't forget to check out the ladies down below on their organizing tips. They've got some great ideas. I've seen some great ideas. Some of them are a little similar to the things that I'm showing you, but we all have our own little tweak on it, right? We like to do a certain thing a certain way. Some ways I like organization to be perfect, and this other ways I just want to be able to see what I have. It doesn't matter about perfection to me in certain things. In an ideal world, yeah, maybe I'm, because I can be a perfectionist sometimes. And some of you are probably laughing and saying sometimes. But I don't always have to be in every aspect, and I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I have to feel like I have to be perfect. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. That's just the way it is. Okay, so I have things like, and I'm going to show you how I organize like this lace. I have laces here and how I'm going to organize them. I do have a system in place for my laces. And then I have my hair that I'm shedding. I'm going to show you how I organize something like this. Some die cuts that I've got from a friend. I'm going to show you how I organize some, what's this called? Stencils. And some die cuts, steel Finlet dies, and a embossing folder. This is just here on my desk for some reason. I organize this and just put it in. It was in the wrong place. That's why it's on my desk. So I pulled it out of something that it was in the wrong place. So I'm just going to put it in my drawer where it goes. Then I'm going to show you, oops, this is part of the packaging of this stencil. And then there's another stencil here. And then I have these die cuts, and I can show you how I organize those. And I use this to organize some of my die cuts. So I am going to show you first how I do my stencils. That's what I'll show you first. Okay, so this is what I'm currently using for my stencils. This is something I just worked on. I got a large batch of brand new stencils from a very dear friend of mine, Thread and Glue Designs. Excuse me. And I originally had them in a binder still, but I had them with some die cuts as well, because I didn't have that many. So I just kind of put them in the same binder. Well, I was looking around at binders for a separate binder, and I ran across this binder, and I thought, wow, that's really cool. I think that would work really well for stencils. So I wanted to leave this on here to show you guys what it is. It says a 4-pocket binder. I got this on Amazon. I will try to link it below. Hopefully I can do that and remember to do that. And it's a 1-inch D-ring binder, and it holds up to 300 sheets. But of course, it will hold less because we're using bulkier stencils. So you just open it up like this, and you don't have to use this, but I liked that it kind of contained it all inside. The only thing is it will not hold a 12 by 12 stencil, right? But I have a very limited supply of 12 by 12 stencils. I think I have maybe 2. So I'm not real worried about that, and I know exactly where those are. So I just, I had, it has these pockets here, and I decided to utilize them for some of the stencils. So like I have a mask here that's kind of like a stencil. It's really old. It's from Tim Holtz a long time ago. Let's see, it says the year, 2008. So that's how long I've had that. Sorry. And then I have in here my 8x8 stencils are right in here in the front because they slid so nicely down in there. And then I think this one's empty yet, but it's okay. And then I have the 6x6 on a ring. That's just labels for the binder if you wanted to label stuff. I didn't, and it just sits right in there, and it fits perfectly fine. And then over here I have these old stencils that some of you probably remember from Chatterbox. So I have a few of them, their templates. And then I have black cardstock in front of my stencils because most of them are white. This one happens to be a dark gray, but most of my stencils are light in color. And I just put them with a black piece of cardstock behind them from Michaels. I just used the Michaels Recollections cardstock. And some of them I have whole collections of stencils down in. Like this is several stencils and I know what they are. So I have them together. And then some of them are the Sugar Bell ones you could get from Tuesday Mornings. And then I have a couple of plaids together, and then this is my Tim Holtz ones that are together. If I had more of a collection of these, I'd probably stick a ring on them and put them in the front, but I only have just a few right now, so I'm just going to leave them like this, and if I got more I would do. And these ones, see, I don't always clean my stencils. So that one's dirty, but yeah, I have these ones from We Are Memory Keepers. They go with the stamping platform. I just have them all together. And then I have two Spectrum Art stencils here. And then I have like an 8.5 by 11. It's a little bit bigger, so they stick out just a tiny bit on the top, but that doesn't bother me. And then I have them all like this. I could put my 8x8s in here too, but I decided that I just wanted to put them in the front pocket. And I have this here, so I'm going to pull, I have a few already prepared so that if I needed to add to it, I could. So I'm just going to move this next to this one here. And where's that stencil at? It looks like I've been keeping them in the packaging, maybe probably to remind me of where I got it, because I tend to forget where I got things sometimes. And now that I'm doing videos, I want to make sure I know where something is from for you guys. So I'll just stick that one there. And if I got a large enough collection for her as well, Spectrum Art Creations is this designer, and she's on YouTube. If I hadn't had more of a collection, hers are kind of like the Tim Holtz ones but bigger, and they have a hole at the top, so I could even put them together with the Tim Holtz, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to mix the brands up and stuff. So I think I would know which is which, but I don't know. Just part of me just wants to keep them separate, I guess. So I guess I don't want to accidentally say the wrong thing. And then I have the Crafter Square ones here on the little thing that they hang up on. So I'm just going to add this one in. I recently found a newer one. I think it's a newer one. I hope I didn't buy a duplicate. Nope, I have the flower one and the feather one, and this one is like travel. It has the Eiffel Tower and the camera and the baggage and the plane and a map, and this one says travel and has an arrow. So I thought that was cute. I had to get it just because of the camera. So I just stick it back there, and then it all closes up nicely in here. I really like this system so far. It's been working perfect for me. If I wanted to, I could put some of those smaller stencils into some of the sleeves, but I really like, you know, that some of them are just really at hand easy. I can just pull them out and go through them really easy. These are all floral, so, which I'm all about anyway, so that's my favorite. Give me florals any day. And so these stick out just a tiny bit. It doesn't bother me. This sticks out just the tiniest bit. It's not a big deal. I just close it like that, and it works perfect. I love it. So that's a new system for me, and but it's working great, and I was happy to find that folder. I think it's perfect for stencils. They do have a couple different colors, I think, too, but I'm not sure. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start with the next thing. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I organize my dies. I have a few of them here sitting aside that I need to organize. I was waiting for some sheet protectors. I store them in mini binders, so these aren't your 8.5 by 11 binders. These are smaller. A lot of people use them like for planners and stuff. I use them to put my dies in. I originally started with 1-inch binders that I'd find like on clearance. I had to recently upgrade to the 2-inch binder. It's not even labeled yet, so I'll have to label it. I still need to go back and label everything. That's one of the things I want to get better on. I'm trying to locate the cord for my label maker so that I can actually make the labels. You could handwrite it, but I'd prefer to use the tool that I have. So I in here have dies organized in a specific way. I start with the main shapes. There is some stamps with this one. It was part of a set, so I didn't want to separate it. And so I have oval frames and ovals. I have hearts and arrows and more hearts and stars. And a lot of these I got on Black Friday sales or scrapbooking day sales or whatever. These are from Elle's Studio. So I just was able to fit this one right down inside of there, that card that they came with. Others I had to make a card. This is like a slide that I got from Spectrum Art, and here's another Elle's Studio, and I sometimes just slid them, even though they were smaller, in with them so that I knew where things came from. I do have my Sizzix still in the pouch that they come in because it's such a nice pouch, so I just left them in there and they fit perfectly inside, so that worked out. And I just have it going on with the shapes continuing with some tags and some corners, some frames here, lacy border, and then lacy frame, and then I go into this is like nature stuff, trees, and then I have a little bit of Christmas in here, but I also have leaves. It's like snow in there, so I just put it with the nature. And then this makes a cactus, so it's back here with the nature stuff. And then a flower and a fox. This makes a fox. And then I have my Crafters square borders. So the nature area is going to gain this one here, the shapes, the doily type stuff is going to gain probably somewhere in this area here. So I need to add at least two pouches in this book. And I'm slowing down on buying these unless they're really a specific thing I'm really wanting, because I don't want to start duplicating shapes too much. And I sometimes forget about them. I try to incorporate them, but once in a while is not enough. I need to incorporate them more before I start buying more. The only one I'm really wanting to get is a circle die set. I only have oval, so that's going to be coming soon. But I'm trying to decide where I would put this, and I might stick it in the back of the circle one when I get the circle one, because I have like a special oval die behind the ovals. So I might stick this just right here for now, and then when my circle dies come in, I'll put it in with the circles. I also have circles here, but they feel more like a lacy thing, if that makes any sense. And I could always move them behind circles, but no, I think I'm going to keep them here. And how I do this is, and I also have a cross. Where would I put cross? Because it's my first cross that I've gotten. Maybe somewhere in the shapes. Maybe after the stars or something. I could put it there. I do have another folder of them, and maybe I'll just put it in there because it's special. To me, it's special. This is words and alphas. I have them here. That's what I have there. I also organize, just to show you, I do my Tim Holtz ones in one of these too. They're just the stamps. They do stick out a little bit, but that doesn't bother me. It's on the shelf, and those are in the back, and it's not a big deal to me that it sticks out. About maybe a ½ inch it sticks out. And I just have one of these small stamps, and I only have 3 of his stamps. So I just have it in this little binder so that they're all together. So that's how I organize those. I thought about putting all my stamps like in these, but that would be way too much. I am crazy about stamps, and I have a ton of them. Sorry about the glare. There's a lot of glare. And I just don't think that would work for as far as how many stamps I have. And so right now they're just organized by brand, which I'd like to change eventually, but I'm not there yet. I have a lot to do, so it'll come when it comes. So I have these in here, but I don't want to forget about it in here. So maybe I will just keep them in this one. And let me put this one aside. This is my alpha one. That one aside. And then I'm going to slide one of these out. Maybe there's one that's easy to slide out more than others. I don't know. So I'm going to slide that out, and I'm going to cut, I guess I'll cut 3 of them down, and I'll be right back. Okay? Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and just cut 4 because I can get 2 out of 1 piece of paper. So I have 4, and I'm opening a sheet protector. And I got these on Amazon. And they just come up as a suggestion when you're purchasing the mini binders. So I just didn't even have to search for them. So I'll just pull 4 of these out. Okay. And slide some of these in there. Now, I'd love to put like magnets across, but I don't have them right now. And, oh, yeah, one of them I pulled out of the sleeve in there, so I need to put that back. And so yeah, I don't have magnets to put across. I would love to, maybe eventually, but I can imagine how much more heavier that could be, and it's not really bothering me right now. So some of them are in their packaging, on their original packaging with the sticky on them. So because some of them have the sticky on them, I decided to put just some tape runner down on some of the ones that didn't have a good backer, and I just pop them off the tape runner. I'll show you what I mean in a minute here. You just slide this in, and then slide these hearts in. Have them in a certain way. I could see. Okay. So there's that. And I could turn this around to where the hearts are next to the hearts, but arrows and hearts, I think of arrows when I think of hearts, right? So I think right here is where I'm going to put this here. My son got me this one for Christmas. And I love it. And I just going to take it out, and here we go. And I'm just going to put just a tiny bit of runner there. So I use Home Hobby for my tape runner. And the tape comes out like this. I don't know if you can see it. There. So that's what the tape looks like when it comes out, but clear, right? So it's got little breaks in it. So it's not a solid. So I just put a little bit on, and then I stick it on there. And it just pops right off, right? And it's not super bad. It just comes off. And if I need to, I add more adhesive later. It's not a big deal. So then I'm just going to slide this back in there, and then I have a spot for crosses if I get more. So that's there. And let's see, what else did I get? Oh, these circles. Those ones were from my husband for Christmas. And you could take some of these out of some of the packaging, but I kept some of it because it already had like a sticker back that they popped off and on. If it didn't pop off and on easily, then I did what I just showed you. I'm going to put those here. And you could also use maybe a temporary adhesive of some sort, or something that's not like the greatest adhesive. This adhesive is really pretty good for like paper crafting, but when you get into like the metal, it's it's not going to hold it long term. So I just put a little line and put them with the cuts up, the cutting ridge up. Okay. Just gonna push them down a little good, and then slide them in there. And I'm not real worried if they come loose. It's not the end of the world. They'll just fall to the bottom, and I can fix them again if I need to. It's not a big deal. So that's what I do. And then I have one more. Where's it at? What do I do with it? See. I was looking all over for this, and it was just tucked in here. I hate when that stuff happens. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the nature section here. So I can just put it at the back. Well, maybe put it in front of the fox because I have the borders at the back. So I'm just going to take this back out. And I'm going to possibly keep it on the backer that it's in because of this looks about the same size as what I'm using. So sorry about the noise. And it might have, oh, it has a magnet in it. Look. Well, that's interesting. So I'm just going to stick it in there like that and not have to worry about it. Let me just put that in first. And then this will be magnetic. See, that is nice to have it magnetic. But if I did do the magnets, I would probably get another binder and lessen what I put in one binder. I would have to lessen it because it would be thicker anyways. But that is nice to have the magnet. Someday I might invest in magnets, but not today. Right now I'm trying to only buy what I need for the project that I'm currently working on. I'm not looking at something unless it's a tool that it's for a future thing, like future me wants to do that, or unless it's a vintage book, right? Because we only run across certain vintage books in our life, right? So if it's a very special book, then I will pick it up. So I'm limiting myself on, I'm asking myself, is it something that it would be hard to find? Is it something I can use over and over again? And is it a current project? Those are the three things I'm currently asking myself in order to bring something new into my room. Most of the things I am buying are things I can use over and over again. Like I just bought this. It goes well with the season that I'm in right now, and the kit that I'm working in. But it's also something I can use over and over again, and have other uses for it down the road. So that's what I'm looking at. And there is one more exception. Will it help me get organized, right? So I purchased 2 of these binders recently to help me because my collection was expanding. So this came in my room to help me get organized. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm back. I got all these cut down to size to fit my sleeves. I haven't checked them properly, but hopefully they'll fit. I went ahead and took all the plastic off of these. I haven't did these two. Just take them out real quick with you and get them taken off. Hope everybody is having some wins in their craft room and successes with cleaning up their space. It's a lot, right? It's a lot of things to do. I'm not sure if this is going to fit, but we'll see if it does. If it doesn't, I'll just stick it in the front pouch. It is a little wider. We'll see. Most of them are usually this size, so it's odd that this one is a square, but it's okay. I love it anyways. So let's see, what do we got? We got that there. I think I'm going to put the lines, I think I'm just gonna, it's not gonna really matter what order they're in. I'm just gonna look through them all. So I'm just gonna stick them in wherever. They're all pretty much floral or a basic shape. If you hear anything in the room, my dog is in here with me this time, this round. Let's see if it fits. Let's see. Oh yeah, it fits. It's a little snug, but not that bad. So that works. So let's get some more. Get my papers, get that open. Alright, just sliding them down in there. It's that simple and easy. I recently hit 200 subscribers, so I will be having a giveaway soon. So make sure you stay and subscribe. Also, there's going to be a giveaway, several giveaways, I think, as being part of this collab, and you just make a comment and like all the videos that are done for this collab, and you can be part of a giveaway. I know I'm going to be sponsoring one of the giveaways. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. I don't know if you need to comment on mine and then I'll run the giveaway on my comments, or not sure yet. So make sure you do leave a comment so that you can be a part of giveaways. Okay? I don't want anybody missing out. I'm thinking about doing like a sticker book, and just having it directly shipped to the winner from Amazon. Okay. And I cut too many. I don't know why I cut so many. But I can just put the extras in the pocket until I need it. So that's that. I can also, I have 2 sleeves, extra sleeves, but I have even more extra papers, but I'll just, maybe I'll put a couple extra sleeves in the other one. No, I'll just leave them back here. Okay. Got extra sleeves and extra papers, and I'm just going to slide them back there for when I need them. And then I have all my embossing folders in there, and I just look through them. And this is a mini binder, so it doesn't get as heavy as like a large binder. And most of these don't even have, like, either they have the brand on the thing there, or I cut it off of the packaging and put it there. Or like this one, I still have the front packaging on it. Does it have it on there? Oh, you know what? It has it there, so I'm going to get rid of this packaging. I don't need that because it says it on there. And the ones that don't have a name on it are just, basically, this one is We Are Memory Keepers, like this one, and I know they're the same. But the other ones are just from Amazon, so they don't have a brand name. And I think they're fun. They're going to be so fun. That's going to be so cute with a bee journal. And I do want to make a bee journal eventually. So my trash is overflowing. I don't know about your guys's, but I needed to take out my trash. Also, I want to show you how I, let's see, store my ribbon, not my ribbon, my lace. So let me show you how I store my lace. I can insert a picture for you for how I store my ribbon. It is a little bit overflowing and I could use a second one so I can start adding to that one. I'm just trying to find that box that it's in because I moved and recently and I am missing a little bit of things that maybe were in boxes in another closet, so I have to unpack that and then I can add another. I put my ribbon on an embroidery hoop and I just lay it over and kind of tie it the way you would a tag, where it's not tied in a knot but it's like looped in itself. And then I just snip off what I need off of the embroidery hoop. And I got that idea a long time ago from another crafter. It's not my idea. I can't recall who it was. Mercy Tiara. I don't know if some of you know her from the scrapbooking world. So yeah, that's how I store my ribbon and trims. But I do store my lace a different way and I will show you that. So let me go get that. I'll be right back. Okay, this is how I store my lace. I have it in this really pretty photo box and I tried to pick the most loveliest box I could find so that the laces are in there, because when I think lace I think of pretty things, and so I made it sure I got a really pretty box for my lace. And most of my other boxes are just plain black or white, and except a few, and this is one of my exceptions, is my lace. So I just have this one on top. I can't bear to take this apart because it's like vintage and it's so cute and I don't know what I'll ever do with it. It's like I'm hoarding it. Right? It's 37 cents for 2¼ yards. I don't know when this is from, but it's so cute. So the rest of it is stored on cards. So I just used what do you call this board. I just store this on chipboard and I cut it to size, except I maybe cut it about a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch shorter than the box, but as the same length as the box. This one's actually a little tight, so it's bending, but I can trim that at some point. But yeah, I can see every type of lace I have because it's facing up, and you could do it this way instead of going this way, but I thought it would be easier to pull out a small piece rather than a large piece. You could use, like one of our ladies in the collab, she used old game boards that she had laying around because she probably used the pieces in her crafting, so she had the game boards to do something with. And I can't recall which one that was. Go look in the description box below. It's one of the ladies that has done a recent video. I apologize for not remembering because I'm new to that person. So you could also use cereal boxes, and you could like double up the cereal boxes to make it a little sturdier. If you have a lot of cereal or even macaroni and cheese boxes, they might fit pretty perfectly in a photo box. And I wait till they go on sale to when they're like half off, or like they're $3, and I stock up when I need some. I actually need to go back and get a few more after organizing several things into these boxes like I wanted to do. I still need a few more, so I have to do that, and that's just how it looks. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to show you how I do it. So I would just take it and wrap it around the card. And I'll have to start a new box, as you can see, and I do have another matching box, and I will be starting another one soon, and I just can easily pick out which ones I would like to use in my project. I even put like my Dollar Tree lace, some of it on here, and then I have some of it still on a roll but in my Rascog cart. So if I buy a new roll, sometimes I just keep it on my Rascog cart because I use it so often, because I really like that lace, and I know a lot of us ladies do. And I mean, I still use all this other lace too, but yeah, I really enjoy having it this way. It's super easy to get out. I use safety pins on it, and it's not very moist in here. It's pretty dry in here, so I don't think I'll have any problems with rust or anything like that. I'm not in a moist room or in a basement or anything, so I think it'll be okay. But as you can see, I mostly have whites and creams, so it'll be nice to add a navy in there. And then I need to put away this black, and I might move this black one here in the front to the other one, since I have another black, and maybe keep the blacks together. So it might take some moving around, but I'll get there. I need to get these put away. I won't keep you any longer on this subject, because I need to also show you how I do store my store-bought dies, as well as my printable dies, and any die shapes that I cut out. So let me show you how I store my my store-bought dies. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is how I well, I have two ways I store store-bought dies, and I don't have a super preference on which way I prefer. I like both of them, but well, maybe I kind of like this way more because it's a little smaller, it's a little more portable, and it costs less money. A composition notebook costs you $1, and I use this brand, Crafter's Bond, and I use the dotted roller because this glue is not the greatest glue. That's why I use it. And it's not always adhering everything down for the long term, so sometimes I have to go back and re-adhere certain pieces, and I'm okay with that. You know, I can lift them up easy when I need them, and they're tucked in here. So this one's a pretty good size one, and it's because it has quite a few things in it. It has tags, tiny words, some strips like of paper that I really liked. I just stuck them in here at one point. Journal spots, circle word art, flags, tags, tabs, scraps, and frames. So, and this here is how I decided. I was really, well, I still am. I love citrus twist, and I had to stop because I have too much of it. And and they stopped making kits. I think they're back to starting again, but I refuse to start right now because I have way too much and I need to get through what I have. I have a plethora of supplies. So I plan on still using these to document in junk journals in my own way, in my own style. So these are what I have here. So I basically do like a page of word strips. This again is not my idea. Sometimes they stick a little bit together, but they pull apart easy. And I don't put adhesive on the whole back. I just put it on a little bit. So see, I can put my finger underneath it very easily and take it off. And pages do get ripped when you sometimes take things off, and it doesn't matter to me because it's just storing, and then I can see it. I don't have to dig through a big pile to get to what I want. I can just quickly flip through and see what I have, read all the things that they say. And then I could have tickets with tickets, and bigger sayings with bigger sayings, and flag or pendants with pendants, or whatever you want to call them, and arrows. So I just kind of put liked items together. And see, this one sticks just a little bit. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It comes right apart. And then I have these shapes together, and then circles with all the circles. And sometimes I'd start a new shape, like say I started this shape, but I have tags back here, and then I have tags maybe somewhere up here. No, I don't, but I have tags here, and I have tags like this. So yeah, I skip around because I'm not going to, I didn't fill up every page. So sometimes there's tags here, and then like near the end, I have more tickets again, and more tickets, more journaling spots. And then these are all like the notebook edged pieces, and like this one's ripped. See, I just stuck another piece over it because I used the piece that was there, and it's okay. It's not the end of the world. And sometimes I put stuff on the back, and sometimes I don't. Like the words stickers, or the smaller words, I don't do front and back. I don't tend to do front and back because they're smaller and they can get caught on each other a little more. So yeah, that's a thick puppy. And then I have like other shapes in here, like hearts and plus signs, diamonds, bows, ampersands, rainbows, geotags, snowflakes, and other banners are in here as well. So those are all in here, and this one's not as full, and that's okay, because I also put hearts, like if they're little tiny hearts, I put them in a dish, and I put all my hearts in one little heart glass dish, and all my stars, little stars, in one little star dish from Dollar Tree. So that's what I put those mostly. And then this one is words and letters and numbers. So I just have words on here and numbers. And this is not, I don't think this is Citrus Twist, but I stuck it in here. Sometimes I stuck like Felicity Jane in some of these too, like the ones I really, like all the stuff I really loved, I've stuck in these. And then I have a bunch of florals in this one, and animals and butterflies and people and stationery. So I have it all in here, organized by type, and I just glue it in. And that organization system cost me $4 plus the adhesive. So the second way I store my dies is in binders. And this also came from Janet RTS. She doesn't do videos on YouTube anymore. She is strictly a Patreon only channel. She is scrapbooking, and her Patreon is only $1. So I still give her $1 and support her. So even though I don't do traditional scrapbooking anymore, I still love watching her organize her supplies too. So this one here is basic shapes, florals, and critters and themes. So this would be anything that wasn't Citrus Twist or Felicity Jane. This would be like all the other companies. is basically it. And even like sometimes I punch something out and I'd stick it down in here. So I have it organized by shape. So these are the basic shapes. So I have circles, and then I have the same color even. So this is black and white, and then we go into gray circles, and then we go into like rectangular squares, and this is all gray, and then we go into brown, and I only have a few of these, so I just put the circles with the other shapes, and then pink, and then we go to red and orange and yellow, so I put those together, and then the large rectangular shapes, and then green, and then aqua. This is something I made and I just stuck it in here, and it does rip the paper a little bit. I think Janet might put hers in sleeves and not on just straight on the rings, but I just opted to not have sleeves and just put it on the rings, and it stayed, everything's staying fine. I also use the same stuff here, so yeah, this is how I store that. And so these are all the basic shapes. It goes into multicolor, so it's like Roy G. Biv, and then multi, and then it goes hearts and stars. So then we got black and white hearts, gray hearts, pink, and red, and orange and yellow, and green, blue, purple, and then I have a multi down here in the corner. I didn't even start a page for it because I just had one. And then black and white arrows. So we go into arrows, and those are all the arrows that I have. And then they go to bows, and this is that's the only bows I had in this here. So, and then we have florals, and that's where kind of things get more. It's in florals, so not a ton, but plenty. So I have those in there, and then I think that's it in this one. Oh no, we got critters, and so I got critters there, and then it goes metallic critters, black and white, brown, pink, orange and yellow, and green, and aqua and teal, and blue, and then these are like multi over here, and then feathers, and then faith, and then cameras, and food and drink, and home, like things you would find in your home, and food is over here too. It's on the back of that one. So I ran out of space on the front, so I started adding to the back. And then stationery items, and then summertime, and then like weather kind of went under summer. So then I have the United States ones here, And yeah, so that's one binder. I have 3 of them. So then the next binder is, it was stencils, so I can take this off because I changed it. So we'll take that off. But now it's flags, banners, tickets, tags, and frames. So it is done the same setup. Flags with all the colors. And banners. Flags and banners are together, I guess, because they're similar. And then it goes into tickets and all the tickets. And let's see, and then we go into tags. I have them kind of just overlapped so I can pull one off easily. And then these ones I didn't do that with. I'm not sure why, but I didn't. Probably did this one first. And then I just got pages of tags. So there's just white tags in there, and pink, and all the other colors, multi, and then it goes into frames. And so I just overlaid some of them, like I don't glue all of them down. I just glue a piece of it down so I can pull it off easy. And there's more frames. So this isn't adhered. It's adhered right here and right here, but not over the top of this. So I can just pull this off if I want to get to this one or if I want to use this one. See? And that's the end of that one. And then the next one I have is, let's see, words, phrases, tabs, labels, and strips. Okay, so in here I have large words. So I have all the large words in rainbow order. And then I have the small phrases in rainbow order. All the phrases. So, yeah. And then, like, this one's loose, so it still feels sticky, so I think it just came loose. So I'm going to push it back down. There. And we've got all the labels and tabs. It looks like tabs are with labels. And I put these little half circles because I would use them like a tab with the tabs. And there's multi. Okay. Then I have photo corners. And then little strips in different colors. Like packaging strips even. Like that one just came off because I knocked it. I'll just stick it back on there. And this is just the purple. I didn't have it labeled, but yeah. That's that binder. So I have 2 systems with that. And then I have another system that I just started for printables and for die cuts that I have cut out or friends send me, like these. And I have them in CD sleeves. Now, eventually I'll probably go in and make little tabs for this. Right now I don't have them. I just have them next to each other, and I, right now, know whose is whose. I don't know how I remember that, but I do. And some of them, like these back ones, are too tall. And so I just stand them up back here. These are from Tsunami Rose. And I just stand them up in the back. And I have a couple more of these for when I grow this. So eventually I probably have the collections by person. But right now it just fits in one. But I went ahead and bought a couple because I know I'll be growing in this system. Let's see. Let me get a CD sleeve out. Oh, I just get my CD sleeves on Amazon. There's a pack of 100, and sometimes I'll if it's a delicate die, I will back it with paper so that it has a little more support. If it's not, I just put it right in. So these are the medallions I got, excuse me, I got from Zena Pereira, the Sassy Crafter. I probably butchered her last name. So I got these from her on her Etsy. So if you want somebody to make a bunch of them for you and you don't want to mess with it, you can go over there and order some. So I have those. So they'll just go right in here. And then I have another bag of them right here. So I'll stick those with those too. I have several bags of them. I'm all hooked up. There's some small ones in there too. So I don't always worry about folding this over. If things are sticking up higher, I just don't fold it over. It doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, you could probably get DVD sleeves. I do have DVD sleeves I could use in this for like the taller ones. And I might do that eventually, but not right now. So I'll just stick that right there. And then I have these ones too that she gave me. And then I have a few ovals. I think I'm just going to put this in my cart though, because I can use them for the current kit I'm on. And if I don't, then I'll stick it in a sleeve as like extras. So I plan on eventually making dividers for dies that I cut out and then per creator that I have. So I have like done by Dorothy in here, and I have, oh, I forget this shop's name, so I'll have to put their name in there. I know who it is. I also have some paper cutouts in here, like from sheets that need to be cut up. I put them in here. And then like this one, I didn't cut all the way. I just stuck it in here, kind of cut around the objects. And then there's Tsunami Rose back here. And I have Cara Brandon's in here somewhere too, I think. Yeah, right here. There's a Cara Brandon collection here. So, yeah, it's simple, it's easy. I also want to show you something else because it might help you. I love using trays. Like I use these trays right here. There's part of the same kit. Actually, it fits right on top of here because they're stackable. And I get this from the bathroom section. I also got this from the bathroom section at Target. These are $5. And I like how slender and how portable they are, and they have handles. And then these are just thin trays. See, they're about a ½ inch, maybe a little more than a ½ inch tall. And they just, whenever I'm working with certain pieces, I just layer these in my Rascog as to what I'm working with. So they sit in my Rascog in those trays. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to show you. It's been a long enough video, but I wanted to show you guys a lot. And I hope you guys got some good ideas for yourself, and find some ways to help you contain some of your lovely, pretty, crafty items. It's sometimes it's a little hard to figure out what the right way is. And that's why on some things I have more than one way, because I wanted to try a certain way. And I don't move on because it's not working for me. I like finding new ways to organize things, and I have fun doing it. So, yeah, I think that's everything. And don't forget to check out all the ladies down below, especially Cara Brandon's video where she talks about kicking it off and kicking off the collaboration, and gives you all the details. She does have a Facebook group called Cara Brandon and Friends. I'll also link that down below. And she has been posting prompts for the week for you to help clean up your craft space. So go check that out, and don't forget to comment on everybody's video. Thanks so much for watching, and God bless. Bye-bye.